Code string, thank you. You are You're the best. Appreciate it, man. You're watching out for me all the way from Africa, so you know that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry, I was saying I just unhooked the video card from the computer. It just turned off. It's still warm. And all I have time for today is just a quick peek of this card on the inside. Just to make sure, well, we want to check the core contact, we want to check the putty spread. That way we know if we can trust crunching the numbers, or if we would need to do a retest if it had inadequate VRAM coverage. So thanks for letting me know about the audio. That would have been embarrassing. I'll put the card at least back together and put a couple screws in it. Just so, not that anyone would knock it over. No one's going to be coming to my desk at all, but it shouldn't be. Okay, so did I do those three? Yeah. Angry doggo, I have no idea. Today's been one of those days. Okay, first impressions. Yeah, it looks like adequate coverage. We're going to zoom in just so you guys can look at the VRAM here. Yes, you can see that like the very edges of the corners didn't get full coverage. That has not been an issue for testing. Actually, commonly, this VRAM here won't have coverage because the putty gets... oh, sorry, I'll zoom out here. The putty gets squished into this crevice here, and instead of flowing outwards, it goes into that little pocket there sometimes. On these, you'll be able to check my previous streams so you can compare the coverage, but the actual VRAM... the chips inside are about, and this is like approximate, they're about that big. Okay, so that's the size of the VRAM roughly, and we can see that on some tests, especially with putties. Sometimes there'll be a bit of not discoloration, but basically it looks like the putty held together pretty good, and this would be an easy one to clean, right? You guys can see that there's just a light film. There's not much deposited on the VRAM, and it all remained together. You guys noticed on Putty Basic where there was putty on both surfaces, and there was the jaws of putty, the stalagmites and stalactites, right? This doesn't have that, so this is like an easier putty to handle and work with. I still think it's a little bit soft, but once I take it off, tomorrow we'll probably take a closer look at it and handle it some more. But for now, I'm just going to put this back together. If I could get the holes lined up, and I'm just going to put in these corner screws. That way nothing's gonna bump about and disturb the card. I'd rather leave it in a together state than open. And we're going to crunch these numbers really quick. It's 4:35 where I'm at. I should leave in 5 minutes if possible. That's probably going to stretch out to 10. I'll be a little bit later to that Christmas party, but you know, I think there's going to be some eggnog left for me, so they're usually pretty generous on the eggnog, so to speak. And I'm not talking about eggnog. What's going on? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, can you guys hear me now? I think it's working. All I did was turn it off and turn it on again. Okay, sorry about that. That ate up a couple minutes of my time, unfortunately. Let's move this calculator sheet over to... Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but at least we're back for now. I mean, worst case, we were just going to roll with it and finish the stream, crunch the data. It's usually just me rambling about random stuff. It's like, I don't know how much value I add sometimes, and other times maybe I have interesting points to talk about. Okay, we are going to go to this, Control C, escape, click, select all, Control F, replace, Control V, data. Should pull from here. Yeah, you love the rambling. I appreciate that. I mean, I realize sometimes it's maybe yeah, I don't know. I like it too. I like talking with you guys. This is fun. I like this format. I also like other formats. I need to get more videos out. Man, there's so much footage I have to sit down and edit. It's frustrating that I haven't like made more time for that. It's been hard to find time though. There was a stretch there where like work was crazy busy and I was like spending a lot of time away from home. Still in Canada, just yeah, couldn't like finish one job, think I was going to go back home, and then okay, that's interesting. What test is this? Kapow. That's look at that. It happened right before. So 1775. You guys bear with me for just 1 second. 1775. I realize that's super bright and I apologize for that. I don't even know what values I'm looking for here. I think that's fan speed. 180. This is fan speed here. That's watts for sure. So did our wattage drop? I don't know, it must have been like a momentary drop in temperature, which would be right, those are going to be our temps, pretty sure. We got that should be memory junction. Either way, luckily that little drop happened just before this hour, so I would still consider this full hour of data clean, and we're gonna process it and use it. I'll take another look at this and make sure that it's, you know, at least a minute or two beforehand. I don't think that'll skew the results. If I have to, I can shave off some time later on and confirm. But ooh, that's not good. 11.34. Okay, it's time for new connectors. This is Kapow. And again, sorry, I can't look at the chat right now. I just do not have the luxury of time. I hope you guys are having a blast in the chat. TC hash. See, 11.6 is fine, but that should actually be up around 11.8, 11.9. And these are on the OEM EVGA cables. No, there's no adapters anymore. So I'd expect it to be good. We are going to grab this one. Rename it Putty Advance. Yes, sweetie? What's up? The rolling pins?
The rolling pin.
For pizza? Oh, it's on... Yeah, it's up in the cupboard above the fridge. There's a really big long rolling pin. Let's see... Do etc hash first. And then we are going to do fork. I don't actually have time to like post the charts again. I'm sorry about that. We'll take a peek of them in this video, and you guys can pause you can like replay the video and pause it and stuff, and kind of see where it ends up. But what we're looking at is 53.9, and there's no other 53.9s. And it looks like it's going to go 53.9 right here. Insert copied cells. Also, whenever I insert copied cells, I have to then go over here and like drag this off, right? So like these are all equals, I think, from over here, and I gotta drag them all down. It's fine. It's just something I gotta do later. Okay, so where were we here? Drift ice. An old Grizzly. 53.9. Yeah. I mean, that's look, CPU, memory, or GPU, memory, hotspot, ambient, delta, GPU temp, delta VRAM, delta hotspot. It's pretty typical. 31. So they got the correct. Let's take a look really quick at the fan speed average. The first 2 hours. Well, that's actually from 526. Looks good. Yeah, I mean the data looks pretty decent, so that's what I got. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I think I was expecting this to perform better. And that's based on, well, actually, I suppose Igor doesn't actually have the layered 607 result on his. He's got the extreme lab 64, which I'm not sure if that's like, I don't know. I don't know the whole backstory behind that. To my understanding, it was similar to layered 607, but this is like decent performance. It's a little on the soft side. I would add, not only would I add viscosity to the advanced putty, I would boost it further, and make it like thermally boost it, really like push the values up into, you know, this territory here. Then again, you guys got to keep in mind we have one more putty to test. So if this is the mid-grade putty and this is in the middle of the pack, that's actually not terrible, really. And 607 is 52. Yeah. You know, if we can get this next putty into, let's see, this range, then it pretty much lines up with where the industry is at. I don't think you can expect it to be much different than where they're at, right? The competition is super stiff right now. So that's 50.326. This is 50.329. It's going to go below. I know my testing's not that accurate, but we are going to listen to the numbers and let them place things where they end up. See here, it's actually, well, you know, it's still got a ways to go before there, but that's, yeah, 62.8. I don't think I deleted this one yet. I'll probably have to read the chat tonight or tomorrow when I find a few minutes. 62.8. There's another 62.8. This is 62.847. This is 62.846. Ooh, this time it gets to go ahead of there. 62.8. Oh, just above the drift ice. Okay. So, yeah, everything looks pretty in line with the nominal trend of what we see for temperatures, right? Some of these were actually tested at like hotter temperatures. That's just because that's what my basement was that day. Ooh, that's a lot of chats. I came for the data and the putty. I stay through the process and opinion talk. The pro stuff, according to Eager, is twice as thermally conductive as the advanced, so it will be super interesting. Parp says, part of me hopes the pro version isn't better than UTP-8, so I don't feel like I need to buy. I mean, it's fine if it is. It's a progression of the market, right? It's good if we keep getting better putties that still remain soft enough to form and can still get thin. If we can keep pushing those three values and can be handled easily, it's okay that the bar keeps getting set higher, and I hope it does. I wonder how it compared to HD. Yeah, it's going to be super interesting to see where the Pro ends up. I have no idea. My testing is only as accurate as I can make it with this NVIDIA video card with 2-degree resolution on the memory junction temperatures. Not ideal. We're going to be retesting all of this stuff on Test Bench 3 on an AMD card that has 0.0 or 0.1 degree resolution. Accuracy? No, I can't guarantee that they're that accurate to 0.1 of a decimal point, but accuracy is part of it. Resolution is just as equally important, and NVIDIA cards are really difficult to have to trust the testing on, unfortunately, but they're the hottest, right? GDDR6X, they got the sensors on there. This should have been an AMD card all along. You know, I would have loved to have like a 7900 XTX and do the memory testing on that. I can't. It does 2-degree resolution. I can only use a 6000, an AMD 6000 series if I want better resolution. So these are decent results for a putty. Price aside, that's on the price of this putty is on them, right? Thermal Grizzly will be able to adjust it, and yeah, I just want to save. Okay, I'll have to save that in a bit, but what am I saying? I'm saying let's double check. Where did it end up on the Kapow? Sorry, I just want to make sure. Look, this is pretty good. This is decent putty, right? It's not too far behind LTP65 from Fahonda. Right, Fahonda came out with 2 putties. Their 81 being their higher performing one. The 65 lower performing, still pretty good. So yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. That's all I can say about that. Pricing is something that I think can change. Right, when Fahonda first came out with their 2 putties, they were priced a little bit more expensive than they are now. They've moved their prices down a little bit. Upsiren has been moving their prices up a little bit. These things fluctuate and tend to balance out. It's okay if a new putty is coming in a little bit on the expensive side. They're gonna look at where the market is, also availability, brand trust, and people's public opinion on that in the computer space. Putty's pretty new, so you know they can market it how they want and price it how they want, and the market reacts, and they either buy it or they don't. So it's you know, and competition is going to continue to be stiff as we have more players enter it. So yeah, that's I wish, yeah, you guys are talking about CXH300. I wish CXH1300 would come back like batting 100 and be soft and as performant as it was with the original batch. It's frustrating that that went down in value. That was like CXH1300. I should be going, but this is more important. CXH1300 was the bulwark for price. Like when it was in good performance and softness, the other putties couldn't then go and charge a massive premium. Well, and some of them were, and you know, at the time I was buying a lot of UX Pro, and looking back I'm like, why did I keep buying package after package of UX Pro? Like, it's good putty, but I could have been buying like dozens of packages of CXH1300 when it was still good. I could have got more of the good batch. As it is, I only got 2 containers, I think, of like the really good stuff, and then after that it went downhill. I think I gave one to my friend in Toronto, so I've got to maybe reach out to him and see if I can get, like, can I have that putty back? I'll give you another one, but I want to have it for to test as a historical reference. It'd be great if CX came back. Whoever makes it, I don't know if it's Big Pinwheel, I don't know if that's an actual company. If they came back, fixed it, and just changed the name a little bit to like, so that we could differentiate, because now you're not going to be able to order, even if they fixed it, you won't be able to order CXH1300 and then trust that it's going to be good. Has Igor tested HT10000? No, not yet, not that I know of. I haven't seen it on the chart that he had posted. I don't know if there's like, I'm not in the forum a whole lot. I just post every once in a while there, but not a ton. Best way to clean, you guys got that covered, it looks like. Yeah, if Honeywell made their stuff more available. I was offered by an individual to like resell Honeywell HT10000. I declined. It's not something I am currently interested in. It's also not something I'm set up for. I need to get like LLC, and if I was going to like resell putty, part of me doesn't want to resell putty because then I have a vested interest in a specific putty, which I don't want to have. I'd rather be this like dude off to the side testing stuff and sharing my results than being connected and like selling stuff and then having that you know, those inadvertent like tendrils, like strings attached, like, oh, you know, spending money on like 1,000 containers of something and then being like, well, I've got to sell this, and then a new putty comes out that's like better and cheaper, and then it's like, well, but I still have to sell this stuff. No, I don't want to do that. I also don't have time. My job's pretty demanding. Is UTP-8 excuse me, sorry, is UTP-8 consistent? So far it has. I've gone through a kilogram of the stuff, bought across a span of, I want to say, maybe 7 or 8 months, which I assume would be different batches. It's hard to know. I don't know how big their batches are. I don't know how much putty they sell. I assume it's like a decent amount, but I don't know what the economy of scale is. Like, when you're a putty manufacturer, do you just make up a, I don't know, like a 5-gallon pail of the stuff? Not in a pail, but like in a putty mixing thing. I don't know. This is stuff I got to figure out. Anyways, thanks for sticking with me for all this rambling. I do got to go. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll update the charts when I find the time tomorrow when I come back home. And then we are going to apply. I think no, I don't have time tomorrow. There's like, it's packed with family stuff. Maybe I might squeak it in. Either tomorrow night or the next day we're going to go and we're going to do this, this Putty Pro. We're going to see what it's all about. I should be crowdfunded. I've got a coffee link. It's in the video description, I think. But like, don't want your grocery or your rent money. And like, there's no actual need. Like, I'm going to keep spending my own money and testing stuff. I know I got these samples for free, but I've spent over $5,000 on thermal putties, pads, pastes, phase change materials, isopropyl alcohols. Got to be at least like $60 of that testing this stuff. So my opinion is not for sale. It never will be, and I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. But I do appreciate that Thermal Grizzly was willing to send some samples out. Other companies that have given me samples include Pencham. I got TH930 for free, TH855-5 for free. I paid $80 for their TH949-1, and I paid $120 US for shipping, so $200 US to get 3 little 50-gram containers. I've had some free samples from Upsiren, especially during the development of UTP-8, when they were testing out different batches, different recipes, different viscosities. I've got a couple people throw pastes in usually. Like, I don't know, when I buy stuff, sometimes even when I'm anonymously buying stuff, a brand will just like throw a tube of thermal paste in. They're like, just see if it sticks, you know, that kind of thing. But you guys are awesome, and I will I don't know, this is exciting because it's like a moment in time in the market when education and adoption are gonna grow. So and you know, I think everyone, including Thermal Grizzly, is going to do just fine. Like, even at these prices, I think they should bring the prices down. But like, there are so many people out there that are just waking up to what this stuff is. Not all of them are going to find their way here. Not all of them are going to see that chart. That's fine. And people are going to put stuff in their computers. I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about having to do tech support on K5 Pro anymore. Well, I still do, right? People contact me all the time. They're like, oh, I just found your channel. I tried this stuff. It's in my card. Here's my temperatures. It's like, I had a guy yesterday, and he bought K5 Pro. And I'm sorry that I have to keep talking about this, but like, this is the reality that we're at still. And he's like, oh, I bought it, then I found your stuff, and like, should I return it? I'm like, man, I mean, you know, you can, or you could try it if you wanted to. Like, if you don't mind doing it twice, then you would know. Then you would have the temperatures right in front of you for yourself, and it wouldn't just be like my word versus someone else. You could like actually listen to the data. And sure enough, well, he decided he was going to buy a different putty, and then it was like I think it was this like a few hours later, or the next day, which I don't know if that was today or last night or yesterday, he decided to put the K5 Pro on, and sure enough, his like memory junction temperatures are 110. It's throttling, and he's like, well, but at least now he knows. But I have to deal with, like, you know, direct messages all the time about this kind of stuff. I'm just looking forward to not having to do that anymore, because it's tiring. You know, you get these people that all they want is their device to work, and they're spending like a small fortune on a bad putty, putting it in and thinking that it's going to do like good things. And hopefully they have memory temperature sensors, because if they don't, they just assume that it's good because they get good core contact and temperatures. Like, they're looking at that. It really, and luckily going forward, a lot of the new devices, yeah, FAFO, no doubt, a lot of the new devices have temperature sensors on the VRAM, so there's less places to hide for putties like K5 Pro, and I'm just really glad for that, because I'm tired of having to like argue with this guy in Greece who just keeps trying to slander my name based on his putty being like crap, except for his version of UX Pro, which again, there's the whole trademark thing. That's a whole nother rabbit hole, and frustrating all around. So, man, that was a rant, guys. It's been real. I will catch you tomorrow. You guys have a great one. Happy holidays, and keep those memory temperatures nice and chilly. Snarks Domain out.